Why haven't you made any videos?
I'm just really lazy lately. What's up, guys? I haven't really been making any videos lately. A lot of reasons why. The main thing is pure laziness. Also got hurt on my right elbow. I pulled something. I don't know what happened, but I feel like a tennis elbow. It's like a sharp pain on my joint. I'm using a compression garment right now just to kind of like help out with it. Kind of need to ice it more often, take medication as well. Like most of you guys know, I just moved into my new home, so we've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing and things like that. Even my room right now isn't the best, so I won't be showing you guys too much of it. We also did a fence on the weekend. Put the fence up, nothing too crazy. I've also been trying to balance out work and hanging out with my girlfriend. She's leaving soon for the summer, so trying to focus more on that. That is a priority for me. But for now, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on some things and answer some questions. So let's go to the garage, the new garage, and see what's that all about. Okay, so that's the quick tour of the garage. Still messy. We got a bunch of stuff we gotta sort out. When I make time for it, I'll do it. As for the car, I haven't really been driving the car. Reasons why I haven't really been driving my car is because I keep having a nail in my tire. I patched the one over here the other day, but now I have a nail in the back here. The thing about the area in West Palm Beach, or where I live, there's always construction. There's industrial parks everywhere. It's a pain in the ass to monitor all that. You just can't avoid it. So I've been kind of holding off on getting new tires because it's probably gonna happen to me again. I have a lot of bad luck with nails in my tires, but I gotta patch that one. It's a slow leak on the rear. I'm on the Facebook page, Lexus IS350 ISF, and also just the ISF group page. I left a comment on there about some tires. Some of you guys gave me your honest opinion, and some of them give me biased opinions. I was asking about how do you guys feel about Nankang tires, the NS20s. People say it's good for just stretching and camber and all that crap, just to waste them away if you're going that route. My friend had it. You know, most of my friends have them. They ran it. They said it's okay, okay for daily driving. As you can see, I barely drive the car anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Prices for them vary. It's like 150 to 200 a pair. So you're looking at like 350 to 400 a set. I don't know. I don't feel like spending 600 to $700 on Michelins, which I would if I had the money. But why not pay a little less than half of that for some tires just to ride on for the time being, instead of fighting with these complications. But I'm also debating about redoing the wheels. As you can tell, they're still black. They're still textured black. But you know, I just want something a lot cleaner and glossier. Also, I shot videos for you guys about the window trim and the door panel. That was mainly out of request, but I gotta put them back on. So as you can see, they're not on yet. I gotta put them back on. I'm not gonna bother vinyl wrapping them. I honestly kind of like the silver and black on the rose gold itself. Definitely gives it some contrast, and also matches the emblem really nicely, as you can see there. So, but also, let's see, what else I gotta do? Door panel. I still gotta put the door panel on. See, door panel is still off the car, so probably end up doing that today, actually. Okay, I'm talking a little too much, so let's go ahead and just put these parts on, and you guys can watch me as I do it. Okay, another thing I want to talk about are tires. As you can see back here, I'm running Volk Racing wheels. I got 10.5, 22 in the rear, and 9.5, 22 in the front. These specs are very aggressive. They're actually for a 350Z. Back in the day when Volk first released their set, these were the specs that they recommended, I assume. People are running it like crazy. That's the reason why there's so many sizes that are close to it. You know, I think they're amazing. They fit perfect. The fronts are perfect. Let me see if you can. Fronts are nice and flush. That's with the 245/40 tire, which I plan to drop down to 245/35, just to, you know, lower the front a little bit, because the fat tire is nice, but it does rub like crazy on turns. As for the rear, I'm running a 255/35. I pretty much took the stock tires off of my stock wheels and threw it on these wheels just to see how it would look, and it fits fantastic. I rub a little bit, and not even on the fender, it's on the tab right behind here. I've tried putting 245/40 in the back, which is, you know, 10 millimeters less wide, but with the 40 series, which is taller, and it actually was fine with slight rubbing, but there's more rotational mass that I have to put effort to for the engine, to kind of push it, if it makes any kind of sense. So ideally you want to go a little skinnier tire. So instead of 40, I'll do 35. This would just help the performance of the car overall, but I'm thinking about switching out to a 265/30 instead of this 255/35. Hence why I was making a post about tire recommendations. There is a stretch to it, which a lot of performance guys and F owners are going to hate, but honestly I just don't give a shit, because this isn't a track car. I bought it specifically because of the performance, the value, and I do daily it from time to time. Just recently I haven't. But of course I would do a 275/30 on here, but you can tell how much the wheel pokes out. I'm gonna need a camber kit. What I think I'm gonna do is just do a 265/30 for now. It'll definitely square off the fitment of the wheel and tire a lot better, and I'll probably end up getting a camber kit anyway. So instead of having a -1 degree camber from factory, because even though I lowered the car in coilovers, it still is the same goddamn height as it was stock. And if most of you guys have stock ISFs, you know that the rear somehow squats a lot lower than the front. I assume when they made the car, they lifted the front a little bit to compensate for the V8, but essentially the coilovers only drop the front. That's another thing I want to talk about. A lot of you guys talk mad shit about coilovers on these Lexus F performance cars, which makes no goddamn sense to me, because a lot of performance cars do use some type of air ride suspension, some type of coilover setup anyway. Just because the car comes from factory doesn't mean it's 100% perfect. You could improve it, could make it better, or just, you know, modify it to your own taste. So just calling it out from that. Just do what you want to do. It's stupid on here right now. Anyway, so I'm thinking about doing 265/30 in the rear on the 10.5. If these numbers even make sense to some of you guys. So end up getting a camber kit. I'll probably drop it from -1 camber right now to probably -1.5, and it'll clear the 265 no problem. Now if I want to do a 275/30 in the rear, which is better, way more grip, I can't, because the 10.5 it pokes out too much. So I would have to camber it into like -2 degrees, which is okay because it'll match the front of the car. Because naturally, I think I did an alignment of this car when it was factory height. It was -1 degree camber in the rear and -1.5 in the front. Once I lowered it, the rear stayed the same because I didn't lower it pretty much, and the front turned to, I want to say -2.2 or something like that. Maybe just 2 flat out, I don't remember. But so right now I'm running like a weird reverse staggered camber setup, like most drifters would run. If I would do a 275/30 in the rear, I would have to camber it to match the front, which will look amazing stance wise, but I would only use about like 60% of the tire because of the camber. I'm thinking 265/30 would be just fine on the rear and 245/35 in the front. So, you know, they're kind of like matching, because, you know, 245 and 265, you know, it's equivalent to like a 235 and 255. I don't know, something about those numbers, I kind of really like it. So I'm gonna mess around with the fitment. I'm always answering questions when you guys ask me what the size and specs are. I tell you guys like it is, even if you guys don't like the specs. I mean, I've ran it for over a year and it's fine. If you're gonna rub, you're gonna rub. You can raise it up, you can run a skinnier tire. I just try to see if I can fit the fattest tire I can on this aggressive setup without going wide body. So I don't know what I want to do yet. That's just my next expense for the car, is to figure out the tire setup. Now I know this is a very long video, but there's more to talk about. So if you remember, I told you guys in the previous video that the car isn't perfect. It really isn't. The vinyl wrap itself overall looks amazing far away, but I'm gonna point out all the problems now that the car has. Also chrome, this specific chrome, the vivid chrome that I use, is very thin, so it pretty much will show any imperfections. I know there's flaws. I won't admit that it's perfect, and when someone compliments the car, I always tell them, you know, it's not perfect, it needs to be redone in certain parts. I'm not ashamed to say that. I wrap the car myself. I learned everything from Christian over at CK Wraps, and you know, to watch a few hours a day on how to wrap the car, I did a fantastic job. I think so. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera to the car and show you guys all the problems on the vinyl right now. It looks great in pictures and on video, but it's really not that great in person. So let me show you guys right now. Okay, we're gonna start on the front. It looks really nice, really clean, but there are some hazing. I'm gonna try to capture it right there, all around the hood. See that? All that hazing? That's because when I went to wrap it, this line right here, I stretched it out too much and I put too much heat on it, that when I squeegee down, it hazed. You can probably see another. Yep, it's hazing right there too. You can see around my flexion. So it's not perfect. Worst part in the front end is underneath the headlight. You can see right there. Overstretching causing hazing. That's one part. Here's another part here. That's just fail on my part. Not the vinyl, it's my fault. It's even worse here on the passenger side. You can see all that. So the front bumper needs to be redone. I have the piece for it cut out and rolled. I'm just waiting for some free time to do it. I'm not in any rush. It's more on the hood, on the driver's side. Just around here, because the hump up here is really high, and it takes a long time for the chrome to kind of conform without using so much heat. But you're tempted to use so much heat that it causes it to haze. It's fine back here. You can see it's perfect. But when you get up to here where it gets more complex, it gets really shitty. But overall, the hood is perfect. Just that part. Fender is perfect, as you can see. Doors are perfect. Quarter panel is perfect. Mirrors, not so much. Alright, you can see it's slightly lifting right there, and you can see the blue underneath. I decided to do two pieces like that because it wasn't conforming perfectly around this in one piece without hazing like the front. So it kind of sucks, but I don't care. I'm gonna redo it. It's just the chrome is very expensive, so it looks okay right now. As we move towards the back, right here on the rear bumper, it has some imperfections just right here. Where else? Same right here. You can see that. It's just because of overheat. It's a very complex corner. I think I did that myself with no help, so it's really hard to stretch that. Rear end right here, I did a lot of this in a few pieces. This is in one piece, that's in another piece, underneath is another piece. Even for the spoiler, it's actually in two pieces. Okay, you can see the line right there. Goes all the way across the spoiler. But you gotta do it. You might get away with regular color, but two pieces just makes it a lot easier to install. Another thing I want to talk about is that I gotta make a video show you guys how to take it off. I'll probably do that when I'm ready to rewrap it, but I did it in 2 pieces with the satin chrome, but I guess when I went to go cut it out, it cut through the other side too. I tried to be as careful as I can, but it's really hard to avoid it, so I'm definitely gonna redo it. You can see the blue going through there. Kantstandlam garage emblem is really nice. It's not a wrap. Door handles are still fantastic for the most part. I can zoom in right there so you guys can see the details. I know this has been a very super long video and I'm very sorry. I just want to update you guys on some things. It's really hard to like make videos when there's really nothing you can do without spending loads of money. My page has lots of content, even though some of them aren't as great visually because of the camera and the GoPro and stuff I used back in the day. But I hope to maybe remake them one day if there's time. I mean, for now I'm more focused on the house and just working than my car. So if I do anything to the car, I definitely update you guys. I hope this video answers some questions that you guys may have. I'm sorry I just can't answer them all. Oh, and one final note, and a lot of you guys are probably wondering, why is my name Lam Lee on my YouTube channel? Funny thing is, I was changing my settings and my names and my my information tax-wise on Google, because YouTube and Google's a partner. I messed up bad. I changed my Kantstandlam garage name to my actual name and to verify something, and it worked, but I'm not allowed to change my name back to my YouTube channel name for at least 3 months or something like that. You're only allowed like 2 or 3 every year or something like that. So I'm stuck with this name for at least another couple months to or whenever. So that's the reason why my name is not Kantstandlam Garage right now, and I'm very sorry for that. It might have confused some of you guys, but we will be back. I will be back. I'm the only one. I don't know. I said we. I guess I say we a lot because I kind of like find you guys are like family, like all my subscribers. We're like all one group, and together we can kind of like build the channel together. I've always said that in the beginning. Keep things positive if you guys can. Very constructive when it comes to criticism, and if there's anything informative, something you want to correct me on, please do so. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the most intelligent guy. I don't know everything, but this is all based off just my experience in the 10 years of cars that I've been in. Alright, before I end the video, I want you guys to leave a comment on what you guys want to see done. Please make sure you watch my channel before writing down a comment. I might have covered it already, but just leave a comment below on what you want to see done or any questions you have for me. I'll be sure to answer them, or maybe use the information and make another video in the future. So this is going to be my outro. Hope to see you guys on the next video, and stay tuned for that. Alright, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.